All right, viewers, friends, fans, everybody, hello and welcome to the show. What do you call someone who has had a deep sinking positive impact in your life? Someone that permanently altered the way you think, act, or respond to things? A hero, idol, star? Any of those could do. This show bridges aspirations with the experiences of our everyday heroes, idols, and stars in order to inspire, sustain dreams, and resuscitate those on the verge of dying out, while promoting new ones. My name is Tony Shira, and welcome to The Influencer. Our guest today, before I introduce her, let me play this clip, and then you tell me what you think. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, she goes by several names. Some call her Brenda, some call her Miss Brenda, others call her Brenemmy, others call her, I don't know what you call her. But she's here, our guest today, ladies and gentlemen, on The Influencer. This is Bree. Welcome,
Hello.
Brenda.
Thank you so much.
Asante, good to see you. How is it going?
Not bad.
Uh-huh. How has it been? It's been a while since we've been one on one like this.
I know you left.
I
You
didn't leave,
left.
but I'm still there like I never left.
Okay. Sawa sawa. Unafaa kurudi. You should come back.
Rudy, you think so?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Why do you say
You
that?
should come back.
Well, I
Well,
thought being out here is a good thing so that I can, see other things out there. That's what they say. You go out there, see things, and then bring
bring us back.
people to.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Well, if it was for greener pastures, I wish you well.
Well, I won't respond to that, but let's see. I want to ask you
Yeah.
straight into the interview. I want us to go straight to the interview, and I have had
Okay.
some people ask, "Is she the GSU TikToker? Are you on TikTok?"
Yes, I'm on TikTok, but I don't do my TikToks in uniform.
Well, someone asked that, whether it was you, and
No.
another one thinks you're very, very brave.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm on TikTok, but I don't use
Okay.
either on duty or with my uniform. Our service standing orders,
Uh-huh.
so I do respect
Cool.
that uniform.
Cool. Someone else asked me, ask her if she was her neighbor. You don't have to say where exactly, whether she was,
Yeah, sure.
whether you were her neighbor somewhere in Islands at any time.
No, Islands no,
Ah,
but Islands before or after. Before I became a police officer, I lived in Jericho, but after
yeah,
service,
I'm sure that's what.
Jericho, yes,
Yeah,
I lived in
I'm sure that's what.
Jericho. Yes,
That's what
I
she
lived in
referred to.
Jericho, but after joining the service, I moved.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna go into it just now.
Okay.
First, I want us to start with you. Let's know who is Brenda.
Brenda is a cop officer, Kenya Police Service. Emma is a mother. I'm a 14-year-old daughter. Her name is Lanisha Cole Modoni. Emma, a student, a social influencer. Degree is fashion, I would say. Emma is what? And yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, and a motivator as well. There are a few people I motivate here and there.
All right. Can you tell us where you were born and perhaps where you grew up? Tell me. Just take us back to where you began. Where
Okay,
did this
okay.
girl begin?
I was born in Rain. I went to 91 municipality. Then from there I went to Nyandara boarding, and then Amazing Grace primary schools. And then from there, did my KCP at went to Kirembo Girls High School from 1 to 4. Yeah, that's where I did my KCSE.
All right. Growing up, did you grow up with any siblings? Do you have brothers, sisters?
I have a brother, uh, for 5 years younger than me. We also
Oh,
went apart from high schools. Yeah, yeah. We went to the
so
same
you're a pastor.
school. And Eric, he's Eric Brian Mongi. Eric is the second born. 5 years older than him.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's nice.
Yeah.
Um,
Then
who brought you up? Like,
my
you know.
mom.
Mhm.
I was raised by my mom. Both parents are in the service, so nothing new to me. So I was raised by my mom. My mom had parted ways way back. So when my dad left, my mom stepped in and filled that gap.
Mhm.
So I would say, though much later she, remarried, but she, I give her credit for the woman I am today, because
Oh,
at the most important, phases of my life, yeah.
mhm. Awesome.
Then
That's
she
beautiful.
remarried, and then my stepdad took over around
Hmm.
class 6 year.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about your studies after high school. Did you go to college?
Yes, I did school. I got pregnant.
Okay.
So right after high school, with my first, let me say, should I my
Uh,
first childhood sweetheart. Yes.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah. So I high school, had my daughter, then things from there
Right,
when I had her, because when people are proceeding in colleges, I had to stay 1 year behind,
right,
and uh, so I was behind for a whole year. So
right.
I had Lanisha right after high school, then now went
Mhm,
back to college.
right. Some people have termed you a model. That's what I hear many people talk about you as a model. And maybe you want to tell us about that. Why do people think of you as a
Growing up, honestly, Tony, growing up, fashion was I've
uh-huh.
always loved fashion, and at some
Mhm,
point I would be, a fashion designer on my own cloth line. But I was
mhm,
toxic, and I also wanted to become a lawyer.
mhm.
So much was going on. Always been my It has always been my thing. I love fashion, and I think from other things, that is what people know me for. Yeah,
Mhm.
fashion. So worked with the local designers. I've modeled for local, and I think that's why people think I'm about, but I'm a commercial model.
Great.
Yeah.
Um, you travel quite a bit. I've seen images of you in different places, and I think it's something that one would probably viewers would like to know. Um,
Mhm.
how do you get yourself traveling to these places? When was this, and where, and like which places?
Use my leave wisely
Mhm.
to the annual leaves, and I split my leaves according to uh, coming up.
Mhm.
That was in Cape Town. I was down there for a wine collection
Mhm.
with a friend. Yeah, on my annual leaves to do projects. I just don't take my leaves. No, there has to be something that I'm doing. So if it means traveling and going down to places, Stellenbosch for the wine tastings, yes, I do. Yeah,
Good stuff.
on clothing line, I am doing a lot of research on it. So that will mean I'll travel. It's not for pleasure most of the
Mm.
times. It's 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 upcoming. Yeah.
I see you graduated. Congratulations. This must not have been a
Yes.
long time ago. Tell us
That
about
was
this.
in June, July.
Hmm.
In July, my second degree,
Hmm.
security management and police studies.
Tell us about your first one first before we go to the second.
My first one was on community policy line with basically what I do,
Hmm.
being a police officer. Yeah, it was community policing, and this one was security management and police studies.
Hmm. And this one
Yes,
is about the second degree,
and police studies.
police studies.
Yeah.
All right. Let's dwell on that a little bit. Do you have
Mm-hmm.
people? Do you have like many people that take up policing? Have you met many girls who as beautiful as you are, that have worked as models, who think they can consider becoming, you know, police. And I'm asking that because uh, there is that piece of transition between
Mm-hmm.
you, the model,
Mm-hmm.
and you, the police, that a lot of people have had issues understanding. How did you decide to become a cop?
Like I said, I come from a background of, for me, when I got to high school, I knew I really wanted to, um, and that is my calling, service. So I knew high school, even, you know, in between high school, I always thought, okay, fine. If I don't become a lawyer, then being a cop is definitely, but I really wanted to become a detective. So after high school, I didn't know how to get myself into the training. So I just started because Lanisha was quite young. So I went to college and then I started doing. So I worked with Procter and Gamble as a sales lady, and
Mm-hmm.
I started Taskies. I worked in Taskies. I worked in Nakumat. I worked in Clean Shop, and I also worked at the Def Corps and the
Mm-hmm.
military as a sales. It was at that point when I started, now going to the various Def Corps we had in the DoD, Kabete, and I realized that the dream came back, and I was like, you know what? Honestly, if I was to be honest with myself, I should not what I'm currently doing, but I was doing it because my daughter was young, I had college, you know. So yeah, at that particular time, I did it for the money, and the more I went to DEFCO, the more I really wanted to get out. Yeah, it was a very good job. I was very good with sales. Was
Mm-hmm.
not my calling. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my calling was to serve. So I left Procter and Gamble. I remember I didn't resign properly, so I just didn't show up for work the next day. And when I really want to become a cop, but I know I have an idea of the kind of police of I want to be a different cop. I don't want to be just a cop behind the report office. No, I want to be a cop that something different to the table, something that people can look up to, that growing up, apart from my mom.
Right.
And look they trained and how they are, and the current, the millennial ways are very different. So
Yeah.
I'm a millennial, and I knew I really wanted to bring to the table not what we are used to seeing. Yeah. Cops can be kind. Cops are scholars as well. Cops are good people. They're accommodative. Yeah. See Washamba who we are associated with. Yeah. So yes, that's what I wanted, and when I achieved it, I mean that's the reason why I'm even doing this anyways. Yeah. All the young girls or anybody who feels like being a cop or to be limit you to being yourself or doing the things that you enjoy. It doesn't. It, yeah.
Right. So some people have asked me to ask you, like, what are
Mm-hmm.
your what are your challenges being a cop? Like you're a young lady. Um,
Mm-hmm.
People expect to find a hard face. Like Suraya. You know,
I know.
what has
Mm-hmm.
been some of your most remarkable encounters working as a cop that threw you off your feet?
Um, I think respect. I feel like our male counterpart with so much respect, and like the ladies. Sometimes I feel like most people undermined sometimes. Yeah. That would be probably my challenge, my biggest challenge. And you see, for a woman, you have to prove yourself and work 3 times harder than a male counterpart.
All right.
That's probably the one thing that I've encountered.
Um,
My male counterpart, a male colleague, seriously, then
mhm.
yeah.
And what would you say is what would you say has been your highest points in your career as a cop?
My highest would be the units that I really didn't think I would serve in some units. Let me not mention them, but
That's
it's been a privilege. It's been a privilege from units, and I'll always be grateful.
pretty fine, pretty fine.
Yeah.
Um, uh, do you have fears? Like when you go out there as a cop, do you have fears? Um,
Of course. Yes.
what are the kind of fears that with
Uh,
the? Are you there? Did we lose her?
yeah. No,
Oh,
no, no.
okay.
I'm here. Uh,
Uh,
sorry,
all right.
sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Some some peers step out and not come back. I think that's my greatest fear. You
That you'll not come.
and then you not come back. So you coming back home guaranteed.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you can window kiendanga.
So apart
And
from
that's why I believe women and men in the service like sacrifice a lot. even having that in mind, that you could just say good morning to your kids and not come back.
Right.
So it takes a lot of bravery and courage to all the women and men in the service for that.
Good stuff. Apart from being a cop,
Mhm.
I understand you're also a businessman, a business lady. You talked a little bit about your wine tasting gigs, um, and can you tell us about your? Would it be like your side hustle?
That is something that I'm assisting someone with.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not it's not done yet. Once it's
Mm-hmm.
done, I'll talk about it more. But
Mm-hmm.
since it's not complete, it's still underway.
Mm-hmm.
That is yet to to be done. Still underway.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So for people that are like young girls who've just completed high school and
Mm-hmm.
looking at you and thinking, this lady is really successful. They've
Mm-hmm.
seen the things that you do. They've seen your page up. By the way, you've got so many followers. How many on Instagram?
Let me check on Instagram. 100,
100,000.
116.
Sorry, you're breaking. I didn't get that. Nice.
76.
Oh, okay, okay, cool, cool.
That's
That's a
on,
huge number. That's a huge
yeah,
number.
that's on
Uh,
Instagram.
yeah, and you've got more on Facebook and I
On
believe
Facebook and yeah, and TikTok and
and
my
TikTok.
my fan page. Yeah.
Tell us about your social media. Just slightly about your social media. What do you do with it, and why do you do it?
Well, my social media. The reason why I started it is because the only way to reach out to opening up, of course, being on social media, and apart from now, people reach. I get a lot since you can probably meet me face to face, and I can. People reach out on my DMs, my inbox, and have questions. Other girls want, people want to know about teenage pregnancies, other relationships, what people go through as a single mother, like what I've gone through. And most of the times, it's just motivating, inspiring, and giving um, uh, comfort to everyone who reaches out, whether it's a single mom, whether it's someone who wants to join, whether it's someone who needs help. By the way, yeah, people reach out and questions. So it's easier reaching out on social media for me rather than on my phone number. And sometimes and because I'm not everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
and you really want you want to consult. That's why I have the social media.
Mm.
Sharing, bits and bits of my life, my work, my life as a mother. Yeah,
Talking about
that's why.
as a mother. Uh, Beautiful Lanisha, I think that's the name. Tell us about how old she is and what is it about her? Just take us through her,
Mhm.
like upbringing and what she's become because I know she's a celebrity daughter, so to speak.
As well. Well, Lanisha is very special, I must say. Lanisha is 13. She's turning 14 in 2. She's in class 8. She's a candidate. She's doing her KCP in November. What can I say about Lanisha? Oh, I think this is the one human being who down and brings the best side of me and I think that she's not just my kid, but I would actually my life. I don't think I have loved anyone more than I have. Yeah. Oh, Tony, you want me to tear up?
No, you know, I mean,
Anyway.
like I've seen her on Instagram. Or
Mhm.
I can
Yeah,
tell like you guys are really really tight.
well,
I've followed her.
really tight.
I've seen you guys try to sing together. Like she tries to sing, um, not tries to sing, but she actually has a very very
Sings.
nice voice. Can you
Yeah, she
tell us
sings.
about Lanisha? Tell us more about her.
A family. I auditioned for Tasca Project Fame, and so after some of the things that I did, she's into cooking. She's into trying to audition for the Home to 5 for teenage models.
Mm.
uh, she's really trying to find her footing in the fashion category as well. She's a fashionista, but she's not into what I'm into, like dresses and stuff. And she's more of a sweatpants kind of girl. Sweatpants uh, and loves cooking, photography, music, TikToks, of course, and dancing. So
Right.
very, very smart. She's a very smart kid, and she's on top of her grades. And I really, I'm really proud of her to balance, everything. Yeah, it's very hard to find some. I know that this era, because of the TikToks and the social media, becomes a bit difficult, and the teenage phase kicks in. So yeah, I'm very very proud of her, and the fact
Yeah.
that she's finding her own thing. She knows what she wants to do. She doesn't want to be in her mother's shadow. Just try as much as I can to expose and support her. Yeah, so Mama Ja, if she allows it.
Growing into being an independent girl, huh?
Yes. She wants to make her
Awesome.
money very young.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'll put up her handle out there just in case so that
Yes.
someone can follow her. There we are. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
And
sure.
and apart from her getting into dancing and singing and her modeling thing, I've also seen her like this. Tell us, she's a Girl Scout. Is she like trying to
Oh
follow
yes,
into your
yes,
footsteps or
yes,
something?
yes. Um, well, I asked her because she's been a scout was very young, and I thought maybe I had something to do with it, but clearly she wanted to do this. But when I asked her if she wanted to join the service, she doesn't want to join the service. However, she wants to do something in law, so conveyance, and she's also, yeah. So I think after high school, she's going to be once.
All
But
right.
right now, she's like, oh, conveyance. And once you find it. You find the way. You find your footing along the way. Maybe
Right.
you don't have to have it figured out now. But once you're in high school, I would really want to know, before she gets out of high school, what she's, so that I can, support and have people to guide her and work hard to do.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. So is what you're doing like okay? Like you said, her she's not really keen on getting into the service.
No,
Is service something you would recommend to uh, other ladies out there, young girls who are
definitely,
growing up? Is it something that you would recommend to
definitely.
them?
I would, Tony.
It kind of feels
You,
like it's a mysterious field that people do not really want to go into.
I think it's because of the myth and
Mhm.
what the stories out there, right? And
Mhm.
probably maybe we really, I would say probably you've not had very many role models or have, let me say, role models or people to look up to, and this is how it
Right.
works. Look at me, it's working out for me. I am proud to be a police officer. I am serve my country. However, going in, you really have to about what, okay, fine, I want to do this. I want to become a cop. Why am I becoming reasons for joining the service?
Mhm.
You have to know the why. Then
Right.
you be all over the place. You'll be so frustrated. But once you're in service,
Right.
why would I want to do this and not any other thing? Is a very important question. There's service, but any other career, just know why and what are you
Mhm.
really good at. Like for me, I know I'm very good with service. I all, yeah. So it's not something I struggle with. I really do, not just people and not just people who come or work in where I work. No,
Mhm.
it's every other person, even people. So my service does not revolve around clients.
Right.
No,
Okay.
my
Um,
clients.
I have this slide that I must bring out here because I want to
Sure.
get your reaction
Oh
about
my
it.
God.
So,
Totally get that. Okay.
like I really had to bring this up
Yeah,
because
yeah.
I found it pretty interesting. Someone asks, um,
Uh,
um, they said they would like to know where you work or something like that. They would like to know where you work so that they can
mm,
come akuje avute bangi hapo nje ndio umwarest. Do you get those kinds of things?
oh yes, 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 yes. Do. I do get very often. Sometimes I don't usually say where, unless you see me in the uniform.
Mm.
Otherwise, it's not something that I like saying. Otherwise, the comment. Mm, mm. People would joke. They want to joke, like a station.
Yeah.
Anyway, but anyway, it's usually comes with the uniform, I guess.
Yeah, I believe so. I believe so. And the fact that, I mean, you don't quite, I mean, I think it's would you say it's like an evolution that's going on? Because lately I've been seeing more pretty girls getting into
Service.
uh, service.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
which
seeing many of
is
them also on TikTok and on, or is it a millennial thing? So it doesn't matter
yes, yes,
where.
yes, yes, yes.
How do you explain that?
Mm, How would I say this? I think people are right.
Uh-huh.
People are evolving from what was perceived now where we are headed and where we are, right?
Right.
So was perceived that the people who are joining the service were not smart, they were
Mhm.
beautiful, they were there's that myth of how or a policewoman should look like. And I'm
Uh-huh.
glad it's changing. I'm really glad. So you really don't have to get surprised anymore.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
I'm getting Jackie
Yeah,
Sony
things are
saying we celebrate
changing.
you. Jackie just joined in and she says we celebrate you, Emma. She just made a
Oh, thanks,
comment.
honey. I
Hey,
I know Jackie.
oh, you do?
Jackie is also in the service. He's also in the service.
Oh,
A
beautiful.
very, yeah, a very beautiful girl, strong willed by the way. Yeah, and she's been someone too, right? When I'm going
Mhm.
through, numbers vitu tu za kikazi, because I think the service gets you better. Yeah.
So you can
as well.
so you can say that the reforms going on probably in the service have also encouraged more people to come into it and be able to join.
Yes, the reforms.
All right.
The reforms have done more.
Okay. So the next thing that I would like to ask you is, what do you say is your, what are your other plans? Like, what are your future plans? In your career, do you see yourself advancing in that line, or what are you working on? What's going on? Because I'm sure now that you're a celebrity, you're a fashion model, you're a social media influencer, you're a cop. What is the next thing? I think I saw a post from you the other day that you're welcoming this next phase.
Oh, that was the next chapter. Okay. Now about the next chapter of my life. Chapter. Yes. Because I'm in my mid-30s. No, sorry, early 30s. Yeah. When I meant a lot of things. One, in terms of the projects that I want to concentrate on. What I had said earlier, like I would really want someday to have, all right. Two, in terms of my career, that I will not say. But I'm looking for all my careers as well. In terms of and family growth. Yes, I am looking forward to having a family, married. Yes.
Are you seeing someone already?
No.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's pretty interesting. Yo, guys, Mumesikia, you've heard? She's not seeing someone. Okay, I said that. Right. Beautiful. I'd like us to come to the close, but before I do, I wanted to ask you, speaking to a young girl out there who probably has gone through life up to the way you did. You said right after high school, you became pregnant, and many of them lose their hope at that stage. What would you say to someone who's gone through that, and in terms of the kind of support system that you had, maybe that you think can work for them also to get them back on track?
For me, my greatest support system was my mom. I really
we kind of lost you there, I think. We lost you a bit. Brenda, are you there? Yeah, welcome back. We were just winding up with Brenda, and I had just asked her before we lost her. For girls that have gone through what she's gone through, through high school and just after high school gets pregnant, and many of them lose their hope and, probably don't have the support system that they need in order to pick it up and move on. What do you have for them, Brenda? Okay, we don't have your audio. We don't have audio. Okay, get Brenda back. You're able to get us? Still not back? We are missing your audio. Okay. We will be right back when we sort this out. Just give us a few minutes and then we will be back to you. Let's see if we got the voice back, Brenda. Still none. Yeah, it looks like we've lost your audio, and we were just waiting for the closing remarks. I don't know what we're gonna do. Probably just restart so you can give us your closing remarks, and then we call it up. Okay, I'll just put you out for now. Yeah. Don't worry, we will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's hear it. Are you there? Let's hear it.
I am. I'm here.
Yeah. Yes. We are back.
I think that just go back. Baby, it's okay. It's okay.
All right.
Sorry.
So we're back with Emma Brenda Wanjiru, ladies and gentlemen. We've been talking about her life, her career, her family, and where she's come back from. If you're just joining us, enjoy this for a moment. Yeah, we're back, ladies and gentlemen, with Brenda. And just before we went on that forced break, I had just asked her about her word for the third time to someone
Mm-hmm.
who's experienced difficulties of going into the family way, like it's early, I might call it early pregnancy, right after high school. And,
Pregnancy.
sometimes people lose hope. Some of them don't have a career yet, so it's not planned that they want to get a kid at that particular time.
Mm.
What is the kind of support system that one requires, and how do you overcome such kind of a situation?
All right. So the first thing is not giving up. We're very quick think. I think this is probably the most common way of thinking. Now you start overthinking and wondering, oh, now I'm a teenage mom. Yeah, I was really doing the most overthinking. I don't have a job. I don't have the my daughter's dad had left because he didn't want to disability. We were both teenagers, so he was like, no, I'm not going to be part of this. You just sort. I think for me um, it was sometimes when such things happen, you don't see it as anyway. You're not supposed to have a child. Well, you're still so many things went wrong. My self-esteem was affected, Tony. So, but I come from a very grounded family. My mom is strong-willed. Um, so I went back home and be a fool and tell you, okay, fine, this is what happens when you don't listen, and this is what happens when you don't at the right time. There's always at the right time to do all these things. There's a time to be a student. There's a time to be a mother, and that was not the right time to be a mother.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a very good support system. I'll always give her credit. Mom, my aunties, my brother. My brother stepped in, as a father figure to Lanisha, even if he was young himself. I remember he was in campus. So, he's always and has always been a great grandfather. I remember this. He really stepped up and really took good care of my. So let me say, I've been lucky and blessed to have a very good support system, and that I picked up the pieces very fast. And when you're not overthinking, I always say, where there is a will, there is a way. If you're really willing not to be in that position and not to allow yourself to be in that position, there is a way. You pick up the pieces very fast, realize, okay, fine, I made a mistake ahead, but then now, okay, fine, you've accepted you made a mistake. Then you shake off that dust and move very fast. You have to get in a job. It means getting going back to do as a mother. So for all the people who've been in that situation, or people who find themselves fast, things fast, don't overthink. Do not overthink, because the minute you start over, depression is very easy. You start getting suicidal thoughts. Suicidal thoughts often. Yeah, you cry yourself to sleep. You're all over the place, and you see there's another life waiting for you to make decisions for, right? So
That's
you
true.
really have to pick up very fast and be a sober, so that every other decision that you make from that day henceforth, and all the decisions I had up to date, mostly revolve around her. If I feel that affect me or will affect her, I don't do it.
Right.
Pieces and realize, okay, fine, I really made a terrible mistake. Or something counseling. People think that people who go for counseling are sick. No, you just
So
need.
you recommend counseling? You think counseling works?
Oh I do cancel.
Did you go for counseling?
Yes, I did, because I was bitter for many, many years. Bitter for a
Okay.
very long time. A
Mhm.
very long time. And it really affected after I left Kiganjo, because I
Mhm.
realized I was so bitter, and you're lashing out to it, and then you end up making very bad decisions. I was
Right.
so bitter for lash out even to people who loved me. I would lash out to the people who didn't even deserve it. Clean
Mhm.
therapy, get a life coach, pray, go to church, um, a role model or a spiritual mother or a spiritual father. Get that checked. Get work on this. What happens within you? So you're in control of what happens within you. So
Right.
that whatever happens outside this
Right.
shake you down. It won't shake you. But once you have control of what happens within you, so therapy is something that also helped, and I still go to therapy up to date. It works. And
Awesome. Awesome.
prayer. You really
Uh-huh.
have no choice. You really have to put God first. You have to involve him. Involve him in your parenthood. You have to involve him in your plans. You be doing what you think you should do, and sometimes it's just not God. Sometimes it's not that man that you think is for you.
Mhm.
Have the kids and what you go through, and doing the right time for everything. There's time to get kids. There's time to do diary and check. There's time
Mhm.
to be a parent. There's time to be a wife. There's time to be a good husband.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Mm.
That's a beautiful
Yes.
word to tell us. Probably I'll just let you as we close. Maybe if you have anything that you'd like to share with people, and also like give them your social media
My sound.
handle so that more people can follow you that get to watch this
Okay.
live.
Right. My IG handle is at Brenemmy. Bremy. Brenemmy. It's a combination of Emma and Brenda. So my Facebook account is Emma Brenda Wanjiru. And to TikTok, Emma Brenda Wanjiru. My
TikTok is
sorry, TikTok.
Mhm.
Emma Brenda Wanjiru.
like one word, right?
Yes, like one word. One word.
All right, that's
Mm,
TikTok. Mhm.
that's TikTok. Let's see. Yes, that's TikTok.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Um,
Emma.
so yeah, for those that are on TikTok, this is how to find um, Emma Brenda Wanjiru. That's right
Mm-hmm.
there. And if you're on Instagram, Brenemmy is the one to
Instagram,
follow.
Brenemmy.
Yeah. So let's do it.
Mm.
She's very, very inspirational. I'm sure you guys have been following the conversation. Very inspirational, has a career that is paying. So she's not just that slay queen that people talk about. You see her beautiful as well, and is on social media, and everybody thinks they are slay queens. And
Mm-hmm.
this one has a career and a business, and is also paid for the work that she does. And I think you've heard her with a lot of inspiration in terms of like those sound words of working from the inside so that the outside reflects what's on the inside, and of course putting God first. And I think that would be a nice place to bring this down, ladies and gentlemen. It's been amazing. Thank you very much, Brenda, for finding time for us on this
Thank you
premiere show.
so much.
And I look forward to
Mm.
having a conversation probably with Lanisha one of these days when
Oh
she's done
yes, one
this.
her KCP would be better once she's done with her KCP, and she can tell you about her and what she's been through.
Awesome,
That would be
awesome.
lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice to talk to her sometime and just catch up with her and know what she's doing, so that she can also inspire other kids who are out there. So, uh, viewers, thank you so much for being with us and for watching this live. It's been the premiere show of the Tony Shira Show, and I appreciate your company. All the best, and let's go inspire before we expire. My name is Tony Shira, and I wish you all the best. Bye bye.